my loves, today we're making plantain fufu and ogbono soup, and here I've listed all the ingredients you'll be needing. Ogbono, pepper, okra, but this is optional if you want. Uziza leaf, you can use any other leaf you want. Smoked fish and unripe plantain. Emphasis on the unripe plantain, don't use ripe plantain. Unripe plantain has a lot of benefits, which I'm going to tell you real soon. It's very important for you to arrange all your ingredients out before you start, so it's easy for you to access everything and not forget any step. So the first step is you have to wash your plantain thoroughly. You have to wash it under running water, preferably. Don't use water inside a container, so that you can wash away all the preservative, all the germs, all the sand. Cut it into bite sizes and add it into a blender. Add some water and blend it until smooth, until a puree. Wash and cut your uziza leaf very well. Make sure you wash away all the sand in it. Then I also use the mortar. This mortar, you use it to pound your pepper and onion. So wash your pepper. You can use any type of pepper, fresh pepper, dry pepper. I used this small dry red pepper. Then I added one full onion and locust beans. So protect your eyes, my loves, because I had a kitchen accident. Pepper splashed into my eye and it was disastrous. I was screaming and I was the only one in the house. This is me adding the locust beans. Some people add ogiri. This is locust beans that Yoruba people use. And here I had a kitchen fail. My blender stopped working because I didn't have enough water. So make sure you had enough water. I wanted to sieve it and see if it was possible for me to use it, but I realized that I was going to sieve away the best part. This is stock fish. I forgot to add this one in the ingredients at first. So this process is the process of deboning your fish. You don't want to have bone when you're eating your ogbono, and then also if you have kids and all of that, it just makes it easier. So debone your fish properly. Clean all the intestine, wash away all the impurity. Keep washing, and then you're also going to wash it with hot water. You wash it with cold water first, then you wash it with hot water. The plantain, I eventually ended up blending it with the same blender. After the blender had rested for about 15 minutes, it started working again. So yes, that's a kitchen fail. This is navigating life with Yinka, and here we're living, learning, loving, and leaving an impact. So while experiencing life as is, I used electric kettle to boil water, and then I washed the stock fish and the smoked fish. It's very important. This step is very important, especially for this stock fish, because they preserve it with some preservative. You can see that the water turned yellow and the water for the smoked fish was white. So it's very important. Do not skip this step. Wash the stock fish very well. Wash the smoked fish. Then I lit my gas and I started the process of making my ogbono. Put an empty pot on fire. Low it. Add your pepper first. I added to water that I used to wash the mortar after pounding the pepper, and I didn't have lights in my kitchen, guys, so I was using my power bank. Add your fish. You can see when I move away is when it's dark, when I come is when it's light. Add your stock fish. Add any other protein you want to add. If you want to add meat, if you want to add stock, water, just add every protein you want to add and combine. I was using one hand to hold the power bank and the other one to mix the food. That's why you will see the pot moving a bit. So yeah, I added salt. Not too much, not too little. Let your ancestors guide you in that process, okay? But at least maybe half teaspoon if you're going to use a measurement. Not too much. This soup is for 2 people. It was for my sister and I, so it was just portable. And then I added 2 Maggi. We call it Maggi in Nigeria, but they call it seasoning cubes. So you can add Maggi. This is me mixing the ogbono and palm oil together. I used very small palm oil. I bought the smallest size, 300 naira from the market. So they sell it in nylon. Mix them together and then put it in a water bath. Put water in a pot and then put the ogbono inside under low heat and let it mix. I also had another kitchen fail, guys. The water boiled up while I turned away doing other things, and entered the ogbono. Do not allow that to happen to you, please. Do not allow that to happen to you. This was me before the kitchen failed. I did not film that part because I was just frantic, and this was because there was no light in the kitchen, so I was using my power bank. My pepper mix is already boiling, guys, and everywhere was smelling nice. Mind you, I was fasting on this day, so my throat was just itching to just taste something. I added the okra because as a Yoruba girl, I like a bit more dry, and then I just like the versatility of it. So you can see the way my pot is moving because I was using one hand to mix it. I was just praying that the pot will not topple over, guys. Honestly, add your ogbono. I forgot to add that part because that was when the water boiled into the ogbono. So I just added it quick and cooked for about 5 minutes. Then you add your washed uziza leaf. Emphasis on the washed. Wash your uziza leaf very well, and then add it. Once you add your uziza leaf, take it off the fire within 2 minutes and your ogbono is done. Now we're going to make our fufu. You can see that the plantain already blended to a smooth puree. I had to blend it again off of the camera after the blender had already rested for about 20 minutes. I was going to go out and blend it, and then I just said, let me try this again and see if it was going to work. Unfortunately for me, it worked because I'd already planned to go blend with all these people that blend pepper. So I was so excited because I was heartbroken that, oh my god, my blender has packed up. So then I also had another kitchen fail, guys. So I had, how many kitchen fails? I think about 4. Pepper splashed in my eye, water boiled in my ogbono, my blender stopped working, and then while I was turning the plantain fufu, I turned away from the pot because I like to clean as I cook. So as I turned away and came back, I mixed and mixed and mixed. It wasn't forming together. So what I did was I added cornstarch to small water, and I added it to the plantain mix, and then it solidified. So it's not going to give you that semo consistency, but then it's going to give you like a soft amala consistency. So you cover it to cook for about 10 minutes, mix it again, then you serve and enjoy, guys. Remember I said I was fasting, so I did not film when I was eating because that was later. I love you. Mwah! Bye.